Hey, this is Rob. I'm here to make a video about what you should pack for Philmont. And I'll try to make it quick, get through everything pretty quick. And I will do a things to bring and a things not to bring. So to start us off, let's start over here. See, we have a fishing pole, some trekking poles, preferably aluminum ones, lightweight. Then we have a rain jacket here, okay? And we have a rain fly. I prefer to go about 20 liters over what your backpack already is, so that way you can hang stuff on the outside. You have bowl cup and spork here. Keep it very simple. I have the flat ones that you can buy from REI. See, right here we have a small LED light that you can hook to the outside of your backpack, so that way you can have a pretty easy, light source while you're in the tent. You don't want to wake everybody up. Here we have a solar power charger, simply for if you have a phone or you're going to be one of the guys that carries a phone. A micro knife, some camp suds there. We have a stuff sack here for the stuff that you put in the beer bag, or the oops bag. Here we have a first aid kit and a survival kit, which I recommend the Scout ones and the small little travel size first aid kits that you get from like a grocery store or something. Here we have a boonie hat. These are important for protecting your face from the sun, protecting your ears from the sun. Makes it really easy, and I highly recommend that. Here we have a tackle box for my fishing kit, okay? And then here we have some bandanas, because I highly recommend those as well. It keeps the sweat off your face, good to wear around camp. I recommend bring one Nalgene, and I'll explain why in a moment. Here we have my 20-degree mummy bag in a compression bag. Very nice, very light. Keeps everything squished down. Here we have my toiletry kit, okay? And I've got some Gold Bond, which is good for chafing or bad feet smell, trust me. Here we have a head net for the boonie hat. And then some tissues, just in case you get the sniffles. Here we have a Frisbee. I carabined it to my backpack. The reason being because it kind of gets boring at some of the unstaffed camps that you'll be staying at. So I highly recommend getting one of those and just carrying it there. Now, here we have a 1-pound REI chair. It's called the Flex Light. I freaking enjoyed it. I loved it. It was the 4-legged one you get from REI. The reason why I liked it so much is because it makes a great cooking chair, because you don't want to be balancing on one of those 2-footed ones in front of a boiling pot of water. That could end badly, okay? Now, here are my boots I wore to Philmont. They are highly recommended in my opinion. They are Vask. I don't get paid for saying that or anything. But keep them worn in. Wear them for about 6 months. Get used to them. They'll save your feet from blisters. I promise that. Alright, here we have 2 compression sacks of a fleece and a pillow. And just my clothes. Now, this is what you should bring clothes-wise. About 3 Under Armour or Champion, lightweight athletic shirts, 1 pair of zip off, keep that in mind, long pants, and 2 pairs of shorts, okay, hiking shorts. You also want about 3 pairs of wool socks as well, and I think other than thermal underwear and a beanie, that's just about it. I'll add some more in future videos if I forget anything. So keep that in mind. Alright, you always want a camera, because trust me, you want to remember your trip as best as possible. Because I freaking loved it, and I will never forget it, and those pictures will help me remember some of the awesome memories I had. Alright, here you want a 2-man tent, and the reason, this is just a Walmart tent that I had bought a few years ago, and it's actually held up pretty well. So, I don't, if you want to look at it, comment, I'll tell you the name of it. And then, these are probably one of the greatest things I've ever had. Carabiners. You want lots of those. Trust me, hanging stuff outside your bag makes everything easier and more accessible to get to. You can never have too many of those. Okay, now, sunglasses. I prefer polarized ones simply because it just keeps the glare down, makes everything nice. Now, here's one of the things that my crew discovered while at Philmont. Tortillas and hot sauce. Cholula or Tabasco are my favorite, but the reason why is because if the food tastes bad, you want something to put it in, okay? And that makes it perfect, makes everything better. Alright, here we go. This is a dry up water wicker towel thing. I can't remember what they're called, but it's by Frog Tog or O2 or any brand of that. They all serve the same purpose. They you get it wet and it cools you off. I would recommend cutting it into strips, simply because it makes it easier to water, uses less water, and just does the same thing, just smaller. And I don't know if I said this, but bring a headlamp. Those are fantastic. You don't want to stick with those bulky hand ones that you get. So I think that just about covers everything in my bag. So moving to the bag, I have a REI Mars 80. It's kind of one of the newer backpacks out there. But you know, I enjoyed it. It worked out pretty well. Everything fit nicely. So things not to bring. A one-person tent. That is a big no-no. Bears can get you pretty easy, I suppose. That's why they would not recommend it. I don't recommend having a backpack ladder, because if you're out on the trail, it could burst in your backpack, things could go wrong, everything can get wet, and that's just no good for anybody. Okay, you do not have to bring your own food. I mean, you can bring dried up drinks, kind of like this. This is what they actually had at Philmont. I just kind of kept it because they tasted good. And here we have, you don't need your personal stove. I mean, chances are one of your crew leaders would have a stove, or, you know, you just really don't need your own, okay? And then any type of wood cutting tool, like wood grenades, little finger ones, knives, fillet knives, buck knives, saws, you do not need any of those, okay? Because destroying wildlife at Philmont is just a huge no-no. Okay, moving on. You do not need any rope. They will supply rope there for bear bags. Just rope, there's no use for it, unless it's for a tent. But we never saw an issue with like a lack of rope or anything, so I don't recommend that. Another thing, they do not allow hammocks. Hammocks are a no-no because it can destroy the tree bark and eventually actually kill the trees after a while. It's also just not a good idea because some people could play pranks on you, you know, all that stuff. But and the last thing that I don't recommend are matches. Matches, you probably can't start a fire out there anyway, because there's a huge fire ban. There was actually some wildfires while I was out there, and you know, it's just overall not a good idea, you know, in the desert and all, with actually woods there. So look, I tried to make this short and sweet. I appreciate it. So this is just about everything I have covered. You know, what to bring to what not to bring. They will actually give you tortillas, by the way, at the camp. Just ask for it. They also give out cartons of milk. Trust me, you're going to want milk after the trek too, because you're kind of deprived of it. Other than that, that's everything. If I have any more to add, I promise I will add it in a later video, which I will actually get into my little Scout Survival Kit and First Aid Kit on what to bring, because I actually found some useful things in it. So, look, I appreciate you watching this video. Subscribe, comment, tell me anything that you would also add yourself, because I will gladly add it in another video. I would actually probably pick it up myself, you know, if it's actually beneficial. So, thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video. Alright, now as I was saying a minute ago about how I only brought one Nalgene, which is 1 liter of water, which is certainly not enough for, you know, a 7-mile trek, and I understand that, and I understand your confusion when I first said 1. So, here's why. This, just by itself, it kind of has a little weight to it, you know, and weight is not too great. Like, weight equals pain. Pain is the direct opposite of fun. So, this is why. These little hoops here, you put a Dasani rim through the top of them. These are made actually by a friend of mine's dad's business, so I got these for free, but you can find others at a local sports store like REI or some other, you know, outdoorsy kind of camping place. And I highly recommend it because this is right here is about 2 liters for just 4 of these. They hang outside your bag, and they don't burst. That's the good part. I didn't have a single water bottle that burst the entire time, and they just kind of swung around back there, not bothering anybody. And then you can just be like, hey, bro, can you hand me a water bottle from my backpack? And they'd gladly do it. Makes it easy. So that's, you know, why there's, you know, just one Nalgene. And also, the reason why I have a Nalgene is because this will become a smellable, which I guess you'll learn about that while you're at Philmont from your ranger. You don't want any smellable bottles, and if you do have one because of Gatorade or some sort of drink, this is the only thing that's a smellable because it's wide-rimmed, it's easy accessible, you know, and then these you could just pour into here, make more of Gatorade or whatever packet you want. So that's the reasoning behind the water. Appreciate it.